Well, hello there, random person on the internet who has read the title correctly. Today our goal is to win the game by bringing our own life total down to 0. Now usually in Magic you try to lower the opponent's life total. Well, today's deck tries to bring its own life total down to 0, which sounds a little too easy. I feel like there's gotta be something more to this. Wait, what's this? Magic cards that are vaguely related to the theme of the video? Yeah, that looks like an ad read to me. For cardkingdom.com, your place to go if you want any of those cards, the cards in today's deck, or anything else Magic related. Check them out. Link is in the description. Now back to the video. So where were we? So wait, the goal is to win the game by losing? There's gotta be something more to this. Let's find out. Alright, on the play with the keep, play a tapped land, pass the turn. Opponent plays a land, passes back. We play if near deadlands and sign and blot, draw 2 cards, lose 2 life and 1 life from tapping the deadlands for black mana. Opponent plains and Prosperous Innkeeper. They create a treasure and are probably playing some form of Celestia collected company list. We play a land and play Black Market Connections, a super sweet card from Baldur's Gate that actually exists in paper. Now I'm not gonna derail this video to go into a frenzy about alchemy, so let's keep this one short.
It's time to stop!
Anyways, opponent plays a land, Youthful Valkyrie gains a life with the Innkeeper, swings in for 1, pass the turn. So now at the beginning of our pre-combat main phase, we can choose 1 or more options from Black Market Connections. Create a treasure and lose 1 life? Sure. Draw a card and lose 2 life? Sounds good to me. Create a 3/2 changeling token, lose 3 life? Well, don't mind if I do. Down to 10. Thoughtseize our opponent to see if they got a collected company. Oh, when they do. Well, I guess we take that. Play a plains and play Gideon of the Trials. We're gonna go over his other abilities later. For now, let's just plus it to prevent all damage target permanent would deal until our next turn. Target the Youthful Valkyrie. Opponent draws a land and plays an Ajani. Minuses it to create an Ajani's Pridemate. Gains a life with the Innkeeper, Pridemate gets a counter, and they have no reason to attack here because the Valkyrie can't deal damage. Black Market Connection triggers, get a treasure, draw a card, create a token, take 6. Down to 2 already, so pretty high chances that we lose the game next turn unless we use Gideon to create an emblem that says as long as you control a Gideon Planeswalker, you can't lose the game and your opponents can't win the game. And since we know all the cards in our opponent's hand, they are very unlikely to kill our Gideon next turn. So how about we play Axis of Mortality, 6 mana enchantment that says at the beginning of your upkeep you may have 2 target players exchange life totals. So now they don't just have to deal with our Gideon before they can beat us, they even can't put our life total below 0 because otherwise we just switch it up and they lose the game. So let's see what they draw here. And it's a land, alright, so now they can play Lyra, gain a life, buff the Pridemate and the Valkyrie, plus the Ajani to gain life to buff the Pridemate again, but we do have a blocker for it, so they only have 3 power in the air, and that's not enough to deal with Gideon. Wait, what do they do? Wait, what? I mean, sure, we take it. Down to -6, now we're in the danger zone, so now if our Gideon dies, we die immediately afterwards. Good thing it only has to survive until our upkeep. Axis of Mortality. Why yes, I would like to exchange life totals, and there it is. Just for the record, if our opponent wouldn't have lowered our life total below 0 by themselves, we would have responded to the Axis of Mortality trigger by tapping our pain lands or targeting creatures with these Infernal Grasp to lower our life total ourselves. But I guess we didn't have to do this. But now that you know what the deck is trying to do, how about I show you one of the craziest games I've had in a long time after you tap that like button. Oh, you did? Well, thank you. Let's go. Alright, another game with a questionable hand, but we're on the play. Oh, and our opponent mulligans. Well, they're gonna love this one. Hit him with the old hello into turn 1 Thoughtseize. And it looks like they're on an enchantment aggro deck. Now we could take the Kami of Transcendence here, but they could easily get it back from the graveyard. They also don't have green mana yet. So I guess let's take Reign of Truth instead. Pass the turn, opponent plays a plains, passes back. Oh, really would have loved to see a land here. Play the castle, pass the turn. Opponent found a forest and plays the Kami. Okay, this is gonna get big. There's a land, shock it in, down to 15 already, and this Black Market Connections will hurt as well, but I guess that's the point of the deck. Opponent plays a plains, Wedding Announcement, pumps the Kami, swings in, down to 12, Wedding Announcement triggers, they create a token, we draw Doomscar, Black Market Connections, take the full package down to 6, play a Gideon, plus it to prevent the Kami from dealing damage, play the land, foretell a Doomscar, pass the turn. Another wedding announcement, but the other wedding hasn't even happened yet. Is that a second announcement for the same wedding? So many questions. Both trigger at the end of turn, creating a token. Now we only have 6 life left, so we can't get the full package, but we're gonna raft the board anyways. Ugh, and we're also not going to draw land apparently. Well, Doomscar, wipe the board. Get the Gideon emblem. Sign in blot, maybe find some lands? There they are, alright. Player planes, pass the turn, life total down to 1, but they have to deal with this Gideon. Spirited Companion draws a card, plays a land, and Rune of Sustenance, so they draw a card, and the creature has lifelink, not like we care about that. End of turn, a wedding announcement triggers, and one flips over to wedding festivities, which just pumps up the entire team. And here we go, Black Market Connection triggers, take the whole package, life total down to -5, so now we're in the danger zone. Play Faceless Haven, play a Khan the Great Creator, minus it to reveal an artifact from our sideboard and put it into a hand. Take a portable hole, play it, exile one of the tokens, plus Gideon to prevent the companion from dealing damage, and play Arguel's Bloodfast, which would allow us to pay life to draw cards if we had life to pay left, but it will flip into a land at the beginning of our next upkeep, so it's pretty much just a ramp spell at this point. Opponent plays a land, and Hallowed Haunting, that's a pretty big text box. As long as they control 7 or more enchantment, creatures they control have flying and vigilance, and whenever they cast an enchantment spell, they create a white spirit cleric creature token with this creature's power and toughness are each equal to the number of spirits they control. This is actually quite scary if we don't find another board wipe soon. They swing in, we take the trade, the other wedding announcement flips, Arguel's Bloodfast transforms. Black Market Connection, don't mind if I do, down to -11. Now let's minus the Khan again to get a Book of Exalted Deeds. Now we could and should play it here. With Faceless Haven counting as an angel, we can use it to create a land that makes us unable to lose the game, which might be unbeatable for opponents since it's quite a bit harder to destroy a land than it is to destroy Gideon. Now that being said, I'm greedy, so plus the Gideon on the companion. Play both Black Market Connections because I've gotta get that value. Pass the turn. Circle of Confinement. Uh-oh, Hallowed Haunting creates a spirit. Circle exiles our blocker. Oh my god, that's a Mishiku's Reign of Truth. Well, that would give a creature +7/+7. Good thing we have this Dire Tactics to exile the creature before this happens. Otherwise, this would have killed us. And now for some value. Black Market Connections number 1, 2, and 3. Get it all down to -32 because at this point it doesn't matter how low our life total is. Play the Book of Exalted Deeds and then realize that we don't have enough snow and white mana to activate Faithless Haven and activate our Book of Exalted Deeds. And then I spent a lot of time frantically thinking about ways to stop our opponent from destroying our Gideon next turn. So, sign in blood to find a board wipe, please? Ooh, wow, this loaf might actually save us here. Jesus Christ. Minus her to create 2/2/1 spiders with menace and reach, so we have blockers for these flyers. Plus the Gideon to neutralize one of their attackers. Thoughtseize their last card. Oh, whoa, what happened there? Oh, it's a Catilda, so they can play it from their graveyard as an enchantment. Plus Khan to turn Portable Hole into a creature until our next turn. Not that a non-flying blocker would do anything here. Pass the turn. Reign of Truth triggers. Wow, that dog is a 10/10 flying vigilance lifelink. Ay, last card. Another wedding announcement. Creates another spirit. They swing in. We jump block. End of turn wedding announcement triggers, and I think we did it here. Black Market Connections 3 times, take it all, down to -54. Oh, and look what you found here. But let's waste no time first. Activate Faceless Haven to turn it into a creature with all creature types, so now we can use the Book of Exalted Deeds to put an Enlightened counter on target angel, and it gets, you can't lose the game and your opponents can't win the game. Now our opponent has already shown to play Aiganjo here, the white channel land, so if they play Boseiju, the green one, they can actually deal with this. So let's try to finally finish this. Play Axis of Mortality, play a land, plus Khan, plus Gideon, and the opponent finally scoops it up. Wow, what a game. Now you're probably wondering, with Axis triggering on your upkeep, the opponent always has a draw step to find an answer. And that is Absolutely correct. They can always just draw that removal spell for the Gideon and just end it all on the spot. Now if you want to be extra safe against like control or something, you can try to switch life totals at 1 or 2 and then target them with Sign in Blood to have them lose 2 life and draw 2 cards, but they were never gonna play them. Also, bonus game! This deck is just too sweet to not have a bonus game. Also, shout out to Arena for the bug where the game audio randomly doesn't work sometimes, so there's gonna be a pretty silent match here, but I guess that's a small price to pay for the ability to play with 6-sided cards, right? Anyways, a pretty solid opening hand here. Turn 1 Thoughtseize, can't really go wrong with this, so let's see what's in that hand. Oh my god! Well, I guess the going down to 0 life part is gonna be pretty easy this time. Take the Steamkin, pass the turn. Opponent, as expected, Mountain and Gitu Lava Runner. We play a land, pass the turn. Mountain and another Gitu Lava Runner. Swings in for 1. Ooh, we draw Gideon, that's actually pretty good, but our life total is still a bit too high. So let's play this Black Market Connections. Pass the turn. Mountain. Goblin Chain Whirler. Pings us for 1. Swings in for 2. Black Market Connection triggers. You know I'm not here to mess around. Take the full package, down to 8. Really would have loved to draw land here, but let's play that Gideon, plus it on the Chain Wheeler, pass the turn. Opponent plays a land and Rekindling Phoenix. Whew, blast from the past here. No attacks. Still not drawing a land here. Well, Black Market Connections. You know we're gonna take it all, right? Down to 2. There's a land. Play it. Get the Gideon emblem. Now we do need a way to protect our Gideon from this Rekindling Phoenix, so technically Loath would create blockers with reach, but they do have a Chain Wheeler in hand that will just eradicate these blockers. So let's play a Khan, minus it to get a Platinum Angel, which might be hard for our opponent to deal with. Otherwise, we just keep removal up and hope our opponent doesn't have burn spells. Good game. Oh my god. Goblin Chain Whirler pings everything for 1. Skewer the Critics. Oh my god, no. Oh no, they didn't read the cards. Well, I'm pretty sure that this Skewer the Critics should kill our Gideon. Well, should have read the cards. And our opponent hitting us with the oops. That's not how they drew that up. Well, luckily, they can just attack and kill Gideon, right? Wrong. Kill the Phoenix with Infernal Grasp. Oh my god, and we draw Wrath of God. Well, should have killed us when they had the chance to. Don't need to create a creature here because we're just gonna wrap the board. Plus the Khan, plus Gideon, pass the turn. Opponent just passes the turn, we draw another Gideon. Black Market Connections, take it all, down to -13, play a land, minus Khan to get a Wishclaw Talisman, plus the Gideon, but the only thing that's important now, Axis of Mortality. Yep, that should be game. Opponent, Vishino Pyromancer, hits us with the good game. Axis of Mortality triggers, they scoop him up. And that is it for this video. Remember, there's still a week left to pre-order our exclusive playmat in case you're watching this video on the day it releases. Otherwise, I'm sorry to inform you that it's probably gone now because it's only available until July 31st. Anyways, if you like my content, here's a full playlist with more of it. Tap that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.